Hey there guys, this is I'm Realm Ninja with Let's Play Pokemon Red. So in the last episode, I went ahead, returned the parcel to Professor Oak, and got ourselves town map. Now I have to head all the way back to Viridian. And deal with Rattatas and Pidgeys and... Actually, that's basically it. It's the only problem I have with this game, and I think I brought this up last episode, but that was like a month ago and I can't remember, is that in this game, encounter rates are incredibly common. Like, you will run into a random encounter at least once every 5 steps you take in grass. The later games have changed this, but in the originals, you're lucky to make it through an entire area with 10 or less encounters, unless it's a really small area like this. Wow. Well, that was a thing. Don't need the Pokemon Center because I'm still mostly full health. So I'm going to head into the Pokemon Mart and pick up 9 Pokeballs, since I can now buy them. You weren't able to get Pokeballs until you get to what's it called? Until you return the parcel to Oak. So until then, you're kind of screwed in terms of, you know, being able to catch anything. But now I'm actually going to wander through this patch unless it pops up here in the first few. Ooh. First new Pokemon we've seen in the wild. This is a Nidoran male. There are Nidoran females. And they're actually significantly different between the two. Other than typing. They're both poison type, starting out, and eventually become poison ground. And I actually really like Nidoran Male's final evolution. It's really, really cool. It gets ridiculous how powerful that thing gets. And we're going to end up seeing one for the end of the series. So I suppose while I'm trying to find the Pokemon I'm looking for, I can go over a few things. The first being how to catch Pokemon. Basically, you can use a Pokeball at any point in the fight, but you can, if you weaken the Pokemon, it's more likely to, be caught. I don't know why I'm stumbling over words today, but I am, so I apologize. And because I'm really unoriginal with names, I will just name you Stabby. It would help if I not jump over things. Okay. So, did not find the Pokemon I'm looking for. I'm going to give it 2 more attempts. If I don't, I'm not going to waste the rest of the video with that. But I would like to also show off what else you can get in that area. The other thing is, and the nice thing, rather, that I can talk about while I try and catch or try and find Rep. Oh, sorry about that. Hiccups, yawns, burps, all in one, fluid motion. That was really weird. There are differences between Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. Namely, in the types of Pokemon that you can catch. Some Pokemon are just never found in one version. Some of them are rarely found in one but common in the other. Starting out in these areas, though, that won't be happening. It's not until about halfway through the game that starts becoming apparent. And that's actually the entire reason I chose Red, is because one of my future team members is only found in this game. Like, I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep Nidoran there. Or Stabby, rather. Not sure if I'm going to keep Stabby around. I mean, I'll probably keep him for a good little bit, but he's not particularly useful early game. Once he levels up quite a bit, though, he is phenomenal. And Kame learned Bubble, our first non-normal type move, which is yet another part of this game. I think I explained it during the rival fight, but it had no impact. Now it will. In this game, they have a very complex rock, paper, scissors sort of deal going on. Like, if you played Fire Emblem, you've got the sword axes and lances. How they have, like, the triangle between the two, and how it's basically rock, paper, scissors. In Pokemon, it takes 3 items and makes it... I've, at this point, lost count of how many types there are. I think there's like 20-some now. And that's counting the brand new one that's coming out in X and Y, which is Fairy. Here, Memory serves, this is the same thing as Route 2 that we went through. It's just Rattata and Pidgey. I'm going to go ahead and show off Bubble, though. And Bubble actually has a chance of also reducing their speed, on top of being a water-type move. Water is super effective, which is the game's way of saying, hey, you dealt double damage. To fire, rock, ground, I want to say there's one more and I can't think of it. Maybe not. However, we are now in... Oh. Weaken Pokemon before attempting capture. When healthy, they may escape. Yeah, I've already gone over that. Came here with some friends, they're out for Pokemon fights. I'm going to go ahead and also switch Stabby to the front. But yes, welcome to Viridian Forest. For poison, use Antidote. Get it at Pokemon Marts. This game also has status ailments, as that sign just said. If you come up here to the top left, you can get a Pokeball. There's nothing in that patch of grass there. I usually avoid the patches of grass until, you know, when it's needed. I usually just take a quick step in. Trainer tips. If you want to avoid battles, stay away from grassy areas. Says the sign that you have to step into a grassy area to, you know, read. Good job, sign. Good job. Hey, you have Pokemon. Come on, let's battle them. Kid, I'm going to murder. I'm going to murder your Pokemon. Bug catchers. Bug catchers suck. I'm just going... and this is actually... before the game had held items, which began in Generation 2, which is Gold and Silver, which I'm going to play through at some point. Maybe not immediately after this, but down the road I'm definitely doing Gold and or Silver. Bug catchers are known for really sucking. I lost my original train of thought. My original train of thought was before held items were, you know, released into the game in Gold and Silver, the only way that you could have other Pokemon in your party gain experience was to send them out and have them partake in the battle just by being there for a second. Which is what I'm doing with Stabby, to level Stabby up. Is I'm having Stabby go out for a turn, switch in Kame. Kame will take a hit, but it won't matter. In later games, they introduced an item called the EXP Share, to where if you have Pokemon hold on to it, they'll gain a small amount of the experience from the fight without even having to be in it. But yeah, back in my day, as much as I hate that phrase, that's basically what it is. Back in my day, you actually had to have them... You actually had to lose a turn for them to get experience. And I love the EXP share. It's such a good item. Stabby grew to 4, Kame grew to 9. Bug catchers suck, though. Not nearly as bad as some of the other ones that we're going to fight later. Oh, no. The ones later on are even worse. Contact Professor Oak via PC to get your Pokedex evaluated. No. You can't jam out if you're a Pokemon trainer. There are way too many Space Jam jokes I want to make there. There are way too many Space Jam jokes that I want to make. But I won't. Because as much as I love the fact that Space Jam is basically a... This goes with everything like Guile's theme, and even goes with Guile's theme. I can't. I can't. I'm surprised I haven't been poisoned yet, either. For reference... Okay. So, he's sending out Kakuna. I haven't even gone over any of the ones that we fought, and I apologize. Caterpie, Caterpie's nothing but a caterpillar. It knows Tackle, it knows String Shot. Kakuna, or rather Weedle, is the same deal, except it knows Poison Sting instead of Tackle. And it knows Tackle, so Tackle, String Shot, Poison Sting. Weedle evolves into Kakuna, and this is all Kakuna does. Kakunas harden when they're found in the wild. That's all they know how to do. And what it is harden raises their defense by 1 level. So you have this happening. Until you get critical hits, which help immensely in these fights because they drag on forever. Caterpie evolves into Metapod. Metapod does the exact same thing in the wild. If you evolve them from Caterpie or Weedle, they'll know Tackle, Poison Sting, and String Shot also. So that's the only time you ever want a Kakuna or a Weedle or a Metapod. I keep getting everything mixed up. So this is basically how these fights go. Is you just sit here and you tackle them to death and they take like 3 minutes. And you get a butt ton of experience. Stabby just gained 2 levels from something that did nothing but harden. I'm actually going to leave Stabby out here to fight this Weedle. So... there's not much else to this fight. Or not this fight, this area. Caterpies, Weedles, Metapods, Kakunas are all found in the wild here. But there's one other Pokemon you can get here. I'd like to see if I could find one relatively soon, before this episode ends, which it probably won't matter. Something else is Poison is not effective against Poison. You'll find that's true with a lot of, actually, all of them except, like, Flying. You'll find that true with those. To where they aren't effective to the same type. Yeah. Grass doesn't hurt grass as much. Let's see. Oh, there's an item here. It's an antidote. I still haven't been poisoned, so it's kind of useless. So, I think I'm going to finish traversing Viridian Forest and call it an episode. Unless I can find that Pokemon. No, that's a Kakuna. I'm not putting up with this. If it was a Weedle or a Caterpie, sure. Weedles and Caterpie don't know Harden. Harden is annoying as could be. And is this... No. I'm still not fighting you, Kakuna. Especially not a level 4 Kakuna. What do you have to say? No stealing of Pokemon from other trainers. Catch only wild Pokemon. So that's basically saying that you can't, you know, catch other people's Pokemon. Which is nice. Alright. One last random fight. I'm not going to fight this trainer. I'm going to save him for the next episode because this one's almost done. This one is done. It's yet another Kakuna. So, until then, this has been I'm Real Ninja with Let's Play Pokemon Red. In the next episode, we're going to finish up Viridian Forest. The exit's literally right above me, past this trainer. And we're going to make our way through the rest of Kanto. So until then, take care and have fun.